So we've got about 12 minutes to the bell. As a reminder, my results are not typical. Those who are in the 50K, 100K club, their results are not typical either. As you probably have heard me say before, most beginner traders lose money. You can see the disclaimer on the very bottom of the video. I'll put it up again here though. Trading is risky. Last week was tough for me. I had a $30,000 red day on Wednesday. Yesterday, I went from up $4 grand to down $4 grand, so I finished down $4,000 yesterday. And although I had some temptation to try to recoup those losses with some afternoon trading, I remind myself that being down 4,000 for me is negligible. It's like that's not even one good trade. That's less than one good trade. One good trade at this point would be probably $10,000. So it's like, why struggle to try to make back $4 grand on a day when the market clearly is not that hot? Just so what? It's so easy to get bent out of shape and think, I need to be green today. I need to be green today. Sure, we'd all love to be green every single day. Feel better about
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. So, I'm going to go over what I'm looking for today. I don't know if you guys can hear the other audio, but I'm just watching Warrior Trading and Trader TV Live. So, today we're waiting on the Coinbase IPO, and we're going to be trading VTVT maybe to the short side and looking at GALT, looking to see what it's trying to do and possibly trading that. I also look into maybe trade Mara and FUBO depending on how the market and how Bitcoin reacts.
I really haven't made a lot this month. But this is where I got my afternoon trading. A reminder not to do it. So it's been a little bit of a choppy month, but that's not unusual for me. I had 2 months last year, maybe it was even 3 that were either break even or red.
What the hell? Send me that. I never sent it. Connection trouble. What the?
So now I got green on Mondays. I'm up $2,800 trading every Monday so far this year. Every Monday so far this year, all I have to show for it is $2,800. So I could start taking Mondays off. But Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays are good. Today is a Wednesday. This has been my year. It's kind of like went red on the year, 160,000. Green gave back half. And then started this, basically since February, been really trying to be dialed in and take it slow. And this may just sort of flatline here for a little while. Hopefully, it's still mostly going up, as long as I can avoid any big losses. Small drawdowns like this are okay. And then just waiting for that next really nice trade, that next stock that goes crazy. Something that I said yesterday, which I still plan on today, is that, because I said yesterday, I was like, I think I want to go on Bitcoin. Kind of, I think that's just, it's just not a lot of fun to sit here when the market's just like watching paint dry. It's dead, it's not a lot of fun. But the problem is, what I think is probably going to happen is, we're going to have days like yesterday and Monday where it's just dead. And then you'll have a day where just all of a sudden the stock, everything is dead except for one stock, and it goes up like 400%. And you look at the end of the day and you're like, where'd that come from? It doesn't even make sense. And what happened was it started to pop up, and all of a sudden everyone spotted this one opportunity for a big trade, and everyone kind of jumps in. It's just that collective trading mentality. Traders all around the world. Oh, this is the one. Jump in. And then all of a sudden you've got short squeeze on your hands, and off it goes. And then the scanner, and that stock faded and pulled up. It's not a continuation. Nothing else looks good. And you're like, oh man. So it was hot yesterday, kind of, on one stock. I come back, there's nothing. Maybe there's another 2 days, it's nothing. And then all of a sudden, again, you have this sort of random stock that pops up, becomes the center of attention. Everyone's focusing on it.
Bitcoin still looking strong.
And that's sort of the beginning of the market heating back up, because those type of stocks that make those moves are certainly going to make short sellers a little bit more conservative on shorting anything that pops up. People are going to be thinking, wait, hold on, let's just wait for extra confirmation, and long traders are going to start to get a little more aggressive, jumping on the next thing that starts to move, and that's how that kind of, how it sort of, the momentum starts to shift. So when you have a period where you don't have a lot of momentum, it just takes a little bit for it to start to pick up. And so that's kind of what we're looking at. I think so. I probably won't just go away for 2 weeks or whatever, but I'll probably be. You can expect that I'm going to be trading less right now. And if it just so happens that those big moves are at like 2 to 4 p.m. or after hours, I'm just going to listen. There's nothing I can do about it. I'll do the morning show, and if there's anything that looks good, I'll trade it. If not, I'm just going to shut it down and be patient and just relax, knowing that my energy is sort of, it's better to wait for the hot markets to come back. You know what I mean? I was thinking about Deadliest Catch, TV show, and they have a season. They have a season where they fish, right? Well, for certain.
Sorry if I'm not talking much, guys. I'm more just paying attention to what's happening in the markets and trying to get everything situated here for the opening bell, and then to start trading. We're gonna see what happens. This GALT's starting to sell off pretty hard, but I don't know if I want to be shorting it because it is a pretty low float stock. So we'll see what happens. If it gives me some serious weakness out of the gate and I can actually short it, so let's put an order out right now to see if we can actually short this thing, because a lot of times what's going to happen is that I can't actually short it. So I'm going to put it up here at $2.99. Much higher than the price that it is right now, but this is just to see if I can get a fill. Okay, so it's possible that we might be able to short GALT. There might be shares. It's a little trick. If you want to try and short something, figure out if there are shares to short. You just put the order in a limit order higher than the price, and then it'll normally, if there isn't shares, it'll just reject it. But obviously there might be shares to short, so it doesn't mean that they're guaranteed to have short shares, but there is possibility that there will be shares.
Again, like I said, today we've only got 3 minutes of that, and I just don't see anything at the moment that looks good. But let's go back to the top of the gap scanner and go back down again. All right, so GALT, GALT, DISC,
Bum, bum, bum.
68,000 shares of volume. 500 million share flow. ALI down. 9 a.m. news. So popped up to a high 13. Not much volume on this. I don't know if I saw this one earlier. 2 minutes to the bell. Tomorrow is Thankful Thursday, so tomorrow I will be donating 100% of my profits to charity. I didn't decide to do this month because I thought this month was going to be slow. I thought this would be fine. This will be the 3rd Thursday. I've donated $37,000 so far this month to charity. I'm up 48,000, so I've donated 75% of my trading profits.
Oh, GALT ripped back up. You can see VTVT starting to sell off there.
here since I started the first.
So I'm really just waiting for the market open here, see what happens.
But yeah, we've got 1 minute to the bell, and it looks a little slow today. So, game plan for those of you guys, Warrior Pro students, will be sitting here hanging tight, waiting for Coinbase Coin IPO, and we'll also be watching the high day.
So obviously the Coinbase IPO will come up later on in the day. Nothing on the chart yet. I have it here on the watch list. You might not be able to see it because the thing is, but either way, there's nothing on the chart. When it opens, I'll bring it up. Whew. AGC. And the target is 10% when you do a swing trade. So, like this is interesting, but if you were in at 60, your target would be 60. Struggling. Broke back up to so above the close yesterday. Now it's starting to look interesting. If it can hold this level, then we'll see what happens. But yeah, the market's open, so. There it goes. Ugh. Ugh. Dump. I'll get a dump. Hoi. Dump City. There goes GALT. I like to give things a few minutes to kind of work themselves out. Tell me what direction they want to go. I'd like it if VTVT would kind of hold that above that VWAP for a few minutes and then just dip and fade, but we'll see. Seems like GALT is now upside. No, it's weird. So GALT's starting to fade. Looking weak, but bounced there off the VWAP. And there goes VTVT. So it's just gonna be a fader. See what Mara's doing. This is weird. Mara's selling off. Doesn't make much sense. Bitcoin's making all-time highs, yet Mara's selling off. That's suspicious. Might be a good area to go long here on Mara, to be honest with you. But you never know. I'm not gonna take it. I like VTVT a little more here. I'm shorting VTVT there, 29. there's the bounce back on Mara. I saw half my shares here in VTVT. Oh, nice, nice. Break 20, break 20, break 20, break 20. Come on, break 20, break 20. Oh, breaks 20. Oh, it's coming back up though. Maybe.
Oh, look at PLBY. There's that rip. Look at that.
I'm gonna cover 20 more here.
And still on very, very low volume, guys.
Just in case.
PLBY.
You can see they're almost full 10 cents a share.
Good morning, price.
I think I'm gonna add to the short here. Added to the short there at 326. Now we're in with 50 shares, half size position, in case it rips back against us. Seems like PLTR is ripping as well. 26, nice. Broke 26. So we'll see VTVT. Are we going to break 320 again? Might sell another 20 here. Oh yeah, there you go. Crack again. Crack again. Some buying coming in there. Oh no. Damn. Still got filled at 21. GMT. GME. GME is above 150 again. That's interesting. GME back to above 150. Still in with small share size in this VTVT. Just like I was saying, Mara off that low. Looking for VTVT to break 320 here. If it holds, might just be a good place to cover.
Right now, almost for the VWAP.
There we go. There's the crack. There's the crack. Give me it all. Give me it all. Give me it all. I'll take. I think I'm just gonna take 16. Yeah. Well, take 17. Took 17. Still from the top though. It's what? 13 cents a share. $3 stock. It's not bad. It's a decent trade. Oh, still in it too. Only like $10 trade, but still. Still in it with small share size. Huh.
Right now over VWAP, guys. Rip now, right?
That's why you get out, right? VT right back. Right back up. Bum, bum, bum. What's up, guys? Sorry if I'm not talking too much. I'm just kind of trading here. It's paying more attention to that. That's what, you know, big thing about trading. Gotta pay attention.
Back here on that VWAP for a potential long. Again, you know, looking as well at the daily chart, you know, got a potential for, you know, bigger move. Hey, Mr. B. Nope. Very, very quiet on my side.
Thank goodness I reversed to the long side with no tongue. I usually would not do that. Boom! We pick up Palantir and just this is exactly the play. I gave you this trade now one time daily goal here as Palantir. You would think I have to give this money to scalping it out. We took a hell of a lot of shares. We talked about defending that 25. Now let's go to the upside. Morgan coming back in.
That's okay. You know, yeah, I can't too much. I'm slow. I will not force myself into non-A+ trades. Yet I have a playbook with specific setups that I look for. And for me, it's totally fine to be able to sit on hands and to just accept the fact that it is slow. I'm not out there to force anything. I'm not out there to show off or to call out any trades that are non-existent. Exactly, Christopher.
I don't understand what's happening with Mara. Doesn't make much sense to me.
Right, turned back red.
Tesla's still on board. Oh, Brendan,
TV's popping. Damn. Just ripping. I don't even know what this is. Hmm. Interesting. Ugh. Of course. So I'm long Mara here, 48.34. Let's see what happens here. I think 48 will be my stop. Which it might just stop me out.
Are you guys seeing anything of interest? DT, yep. Right fading. Nice fade on Facebook, by the way, Mandalorian. I think for GALT to do that U-turn, you want to see that bull here above this 270 with a higher low, and then relay that VWAP.
Probably just gonna stop out of this if it doesn't bounce back real quick here.
Coin, Franco.
Yeah.
C-O-I-N.
Stop it.
Coinbase IPO today.
There's the bounce though, right?
NFTS.
That's the bounce we were waiting for, right?
That
Look at that volume.
or do you mean NFTs in general?
See what happens here, but
SQM.RT.
89. This is what I'm talking about. You wait, guys. Wait for everything to line up. And
SQM.RT.
I gave you guys that 2475.
No.
TK18, you're back on the move, guys. TK18.
You were waiting for a break. So do like, again,
Yeah.
like, I mean, I can't
Back,
tell you guys
had a
what to
nice
do
short
because,
on it.
you trade yourself and you guys have bigger winners than me, but I'm starting to get out again here. Now on Palantir.
DKIN.
Take this one for what it's worth. You see my positions. We're now in the money
AHT.
17 cents.
Short
Here
sell.
on Palantir.
Switches
So
on
I'm
this
taking
one.
it, man. We're getting out. Good trade on Palantir. Even if it falls down now, we win. So that's how I like it.
No.
There it is. JP Morgan cracks, man. Another dollar. So we're just going perfect right now, guys. Today. We've only traded 2 names.
No.
JP
SQM.RT.
Morgan,
No.
and some big Snapchat, Brendan. Thanks for bringing that to our attention. That thing is off.
Just wants to
CK.
chop around. Chop, 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 chop.
SQM.RT.
Do you think, guys, his name worth keeping an eye on today?
Sure. I think you can keep buying Starbucks. I mean, it's amazing that they closed all the stores everywhere, yet they're still balling out of control.
I'm still expecting to see Mario pop.
Good job for Starbucks. As you can see, I'm long
CX.
we talked about that. I started buying it, and my wife was spending $2 or $3 a day there.
SQM.RT.
We need over 48.50. That's what we really need. And to hold. Hold.
She just likes the plain coffee, so
There it is.
SQM.RT.
Starbucks in Utah moving. I like it.
There it is.
But like Mark Roberts and I were discussing, I'm a little nervous about the Chinese rhetoric right now. I know Starbucks is such a big part there in China.
CAIN.
For me, I'm not long at these prices, nor do I really think there's a game changer in this name because it looks like similarities. But Starbucks did call that.
CX.
If you're long this name, I think you can get longer back to 100, but I'm not a buyer of this. I'm actually going to sell some of my Alibaba and whatnot right now. I just think that in China may be in trouble if, especially, I don't like that flying over with those airplanes. I think that's
Yeah, and look, the market's in a place where taking the currency position can make a heck of a lot of sense. That's sort of such a in the beginning. It's not falling down, well, it's not flushing down the political as per se. The wealth is the relative weak name here in the bank. It just stays that again at that quarter mark. Let's get some more shares off. I've only been able to get that one more.
Right, it's time to a little bouncer of the lows.
Right back in my entry play. Right there, so I can get that short.
ARDX.
Now there's a great low. I still like the idea of taking it off in front of 39 even, but that's one thing about the quarter. Just in case it tries to make a bit of a breakout to the top.
SQM.RT. SQM.RT. SQM.RT.
I'll be a little bit more aggressive.
SQM.RT. BTBT.
Given the fact that it's
BTBT.
all the way back here, but as long as we
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Go, go, go. Mara, go.
SQM.RT.
unless you're really aggressive, you're probably not getting anything unless you're showing it in the mid-20s back. When they came back to life a little bit yesterday, guys, fascinating.
Look at the big wash in Mara.
70.5, 73.5. But we got a lot of these highs from late today, yesterday, and previous week. So that's hell of a lot. 5%.
Shout out to Hydration Nation. We've already hit the Costco vitamins today. Get those going. We have Hydration Nation. And look, man, someone said
RIGL.
yesterday, clear mind. You know, that's what we're doing, man. We're doing it. You can see here, Palantir, yeah, CCL, they go back up to that price. Okay, I still have my 34 there, so we'll wait to see if that goes.
CELC. Went from a couple of days back. Okay.
Runner, man. What do you think that is on Palantir? Like, bang, bang, bang. And we're almost out now of this long. We have 30% left of our initial position there on the downside. So, hey, we're cashing out.
Cover.
We're just cashing making sell right now.
Gonna-
Let's get down to 20% or so. If I get those 87%.
If it breaks 50, I'm gonna cover. I got to. It's just ridiculous. Like, it's just not holding those levels.
SQM.RT.
Sucks. It's just not holding them.
Actually, good learning experience here, right? Because I'll tell you this from the get-go, that I was watching CC. We have to have a level 2 up there. It's on the
SQM.RT.
bounce here, right? It's like focus on what
Best.
a lot of times when you're trying to get that consolidation and build a position or average in those types of things, you really want to be focused on that particular stock. And that's what I was sort of saying. That unless you were noticing that
CGN. Black.
those 30s and you had to press down in
Black.
the 20s to even get it in CCL, it's a hard thing to catch unless you had that level 2 and you're watching it. So if you're trading multiple names, a lot of times you do have to focus on the one that you're going to be taking more fills on, and that's perfectly fine, right? You make money in pounds this one and we hit it a lot, every time we make money, those are Bitcoins up there. And it's Coinbase Day, guys. It's Coinbase Day. We don't know, like Glenn said, if anyone that tells you they know when it's going to open up, we have absolutely no clue. We'll be all over it when it does. No indications at any time soon. I'll try to take some more TCL out on the south side of the block here. Looks like this one might give you the same move back down to 2790. I'll probably grab some more out of my Coinbase and then try to make it two for the third time. I don't know if I want to roll right back into the third time. Might break out at that point, especially if it's looking a higher low.
Yeah, it might not be a good trigger. You know what, I'm going to cancel in this call. I mean, we did no talk about it, so I'll go over to it when it's hot. Fine. Okay, so Palantir, we just took another bid as it just falls right back down. We talked about getting out on the high side, which we did. So good trade there. Now we're long again at 73 as it rips up again to 80. So, I mean, let's just get some more out here. We can't go wrong scalping out. We pay no fees here at Day Trade the World. So what I'm doing is I'm taking bids. I'm actually getting paid to get filled there and then just offering them out. And then sometimes, there we go. I mean, like, Brendan, man, what else are we supposed to do here? Let's just keep spinning this. I don't know. Are you trading Palantir yet, my man?
I have not. So good morning. Archegos, guys. This mess will not go away. Just noticed Discovery A, DISCA down big time again today. Apparently Credit Suisse still trying to unwind their positions. This was announced after market yesterday. So DISCA, tons of volume trying to get back to the upside there.
ADXS.
Yeah, I was just happy that Morgan Stanley got out at the top there because, obviously Morgan and Goldman Sachs, whatever. Whether it's just like the best timing in the world or a bit of a plan of action that's going to be saving you what it is. Like, I don't know if
That's crazy. I don't understand why it's Mars doing that. Bitcoin's holding up and Mars just tanking. Oh, this is 923. What? Oh, I wasn't even looking at the right chart. No wonder why. Damn. Well then. Either way though, that sold off pretty hard.
I don't need the trade. This is the same thing as yesterday. We destroyed Nvidia. We destroyed Neo. We destroyed Palantir. I don't even have that many names on the board yesterday. Look at today's board. Short today's board. Just cross that out at 25. You know, I'm not taking breakouts. I'm buying the levels that I know are strong. I mean, today you're just like belly dancing in heaven right now. What a great opportunity this has been. Yesterday, 200,000. Today we just destroy Palantir over and over again.
CIDN.
I'm so happy. Let's get Coinbase open. We'll see what else happens. Brendan will keep us abreast of any openings in Coinbase or the potential time opens. What's up, dude?
Don't see anything yet, but definitely will keep everyone up to date. Citadine, the other one moving today, a little one on
CIDN.
user growth milestones. I think so. Big pop here for this one. CIDM up 20%.
Everybody.
No, sorry. You were asking on BCBT here. It's making a bit of a run.
I didn't want to take any trades so far today.
I just didn't like the in any of these
Pete Crawford.
FMAC. Best.
Just saw your comment there a bit late. Sorry about that.
Normally that would be okay, plus an even dollar. You don't know what highs as well. That would be a short all day every day. I think you go in minimal size here or just sort of staying away from it altogether. I put these scalps half out when it wouldn't go on pounds.
OCGN.
Just to go. So be a flat trade in that breakout style trade. As well because it looks like it is a bit of a bounce back happening. Remember that 40 level we talked about? Let's throw back level you off. I see for out in front of the quarters.
ARDS.
Showing some signs of strength. So
OCGN's popping. Oh yeah. Only 10%. Nothing really crazy. See Riot.
You took a trade on Can. Let's have a look.
There's a bunch of stuff popping, but it's hard to get these. So many different things. Most of it is Bitcoin related. Like MBIS is Bitcoin related. BTVT, Bitcoin related. It's just weird because some things are ripping and other things are fading. Like Mara's fading. Well, the Bitcoin is starting to go down. So you can see it's trying to break below 80,000 Canadian. A lot of this stuff is just, it's going to pump and then it's going to dump. Because there's no real catalyst. It's just Bitcoin. It's just moving because Bitcoin's high. Like I said, it's just hard to predict because Mara is not bouncing. It's just fading. You know, the SPY is holding up, but boy. So it broke, so Bitcoin broke 80,000 Canadian. So we might not see a bounce on Mara at all. Looks like GALT getting to look pretty weak.
get back to 51 and get out of
CIDIDM.
QS. So basically, you guys are looking at an update on what the for QS there. I want to get out of it. If it gets back to
Oh, let's show you mine. The short here at 60. Yeah, you know, it's one of those where it's like there's really not a lot of room. Like it's only up 20. It's only up 40 cents. You know what I mean? Like 40 cents, man. Oh no, I want 20 cents. It's like, you know, this thing's gonna have to fade all the way back to like 235 for me to make a decent profit. Which it might. You know, might have just missed my spot there. But I just don't see it. There's just not a lot of range, man. None of these stocks have a lot of range. It's basically just nothing. Kind of a frustrating market, to be honest with you. Oh, of course, Mara's bouncing now. Off of that 46. But like I said, if Bitcoin doesn't hold up, like if Bitcoin keeps going down, I don't know, man. Bounce a little bit. VTVT starting to rip. Back above the VWAP. It really depends. You know, thanks for tuning in, guys. I know it's kind of all over the place. I'm jumping back and forth. I'm just kind of trying to figure out, you know, where the action is. There's not a lot of it. Just not a lot of it today. That's for sure. I almost wish I was shorting Mara. I felt like Bitcoin was going to be strong and that it was going to bounce off that level, but as you can see, Bitcoin's just kind of selling off. Yeah, it's really selling off. So Bitcoin's starting to sell off, so we might want to think about shorting Mara, to be honest with you. What about BTBT? How does that look? Is that? Yeah. Oh, man. Wow. BTBT just gives up. So we'll see. Mara might be a short here now. Still think VTVT's short, but don't know. I just don't like the strength that's coming into these candles. Yesterday when I was trying to short it, it kept just looking so weak, and then it would just fly. It would be like, oh, 340, 340. You know, it's like it would be at. Well, I was shorting it at 330, and then it was like, look so weak, and then it would just shoot back up. So it's kind of doing the same thing here, right? I just don't understand. Bitcoin's to the low side. Like, Bitcoin's selling off. Yeah, like Bitcoin is selling off pretty hard. I'm not sure. But I kind of think about shorting Mara here.
Other than that, we absorbed a little bit there. Palantir, like I said, still happy. Oh, you're a hero. Thank you. Yeah, so 24. Here we go, man. We're still holding a piece. Let's go. We're mooning on Coinbase.
TIGR.
We're mooning on Palantir. We're heading the other way right now on JP Morgan. So
TIGR.
Let's go.
Yeah, I just got
TIGR.
Wells Fargo back a little bit higher. I just got to the 79, and I picked them up first at 71, got to 79. I got an average price now of 75. I do still like the idea of taking more. You know, it did put in that lower high. This is what we got off the open.
Bitcoin's still selling off.
Then put that lower high.
TIGR.
Same thing happens. I take some money from the 50, so it'll drink and repeat the action early on.
TIGR.
Do want to go back if I can to SOS to revisit.
TIGR.
We jumped, so I tried to get from there. I don't know how much it is to take from the full on SOS. I did not think it was
TIGR.
that's on me. That's in good fair. That's me. I know we're being played.
TIGR.
Yep. But okay, that doesn't really matter. No, don't worry. You'll get it again. There's lots of opportunities today. I think. Anyways, guys. Donkey Kong. Yeah, I see you there, Christopher Chow. Well, not Christopher Chow. I see you there. DraftKings. Let's go check out Donkey Kong quickly. I'm loving some Donkey Kong. Got out at 70. I did not buy back in. Did not. So I'm still long everything. Not everything, but my main position there on DraftKings. Okay, up to 60-50. I don't think I missed that much. It's a nice little move upside, but again, very, very choppy. I don't really consider this a miss other than right here. We did come down, we barcoded again, and then we took off. So that was a definite miss down here off of the low of the pre-market. I'm going to put my pre-market back to 730. I don't really care what happened before that. So 730, we go back there.
Like I said, I think Mara's a short. I really do.
Not only that, but it's also 59 3/4. So that was definitely a missed opportunity. Thank you so much there, Christopher Chow, for bringing that to my attention. But that was a missed opportunity there on DraftKings, as it doesn't get much clearer than that. It's still up that 1.29% to 0.9%. 10 on the other hand there, same thing. So 10 straight to the upside. It had very similar.
Should have shorted at the top there.
Either way, man, missed opportunity there, but good look by you guys noticing that.
And the price ended up being a third of a cent, which is about as close to free as you're going to get on SOS. So look, I think you didn't like. I was joking when I said I wouldn't get the trade. I was joking. SOS didn't make tons of volume. It's like 20 million. Yeah, we're going to
Bitcoin continues to sell off, then like it just dropped $1,000 in value, right? Which is, I mean, it's only 2%, but still. So let's see if we can get some weakness here in Mara. I wanted to press back up. Bitcoin's got a bit of a bounce, but it dropped all the way to 78.50, 78,500. like some profit taking for sure. So it looks like there's definitely some profit taking. If you look at across the whole board, most cryptos are starting to go down, lose their value, other than maybe Dogecoin. So Dogecoin is, well, it dropped a little bit of value. It was all the way up to 17 cents. Holy crap. Wow. Yeah. Even if I wanted to, though, I have no way to buy Dogecoin. None of the platforms that I use allows me to buy it, so unfortunately it made a huge rip. Looks like it's starting to sell off now like most crypto, but it made a nice move, that's for sure. But yeah, if you look at the overall charts, everything's kind of starting to come back down. Cardano went up to 190 and it's all the way back to 173. That's rough. That's an hourly chart. That's rough. And that's why you don't buy the top, right? Like if you look at the overall chart, you can see this top of 170, right? And then this broke it, but then now it's starting to sell off back towards the kind of average price it likes to sit around 160, 170. Hopefully, I'm hoping back down, but we'll see. I wanted to buy some Cardano, I still do. I own a bunch of Ethereum, so I made a bunch of money on this rip. Probably close to $1,000. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. Not bad, not bad. And I got PLTR right now. That's my main position. That's my main stock that I'm holding for a swing trade. Basically at my average price right now, around 25. So I was thinking of averaging down when it was down around 20, but I wasn't sure if it was going to break, and I wasn't sure, but I called the support level. If you go back and look at my other videos, I talked about PLTR and how there's a ton of support around 20, so if 20 can hold and it gets some positive catalysts, which it is this week, it has the ability to kind of rip up, but as you can see, it's kind of not doing much. And because the rest of the crypto world is starting to not do much, I'm thinking of possibly getting in a short here on Mara, but we'll see. I want to see it break 46 with some serious consistency, but then it's like, then it's too late, right? So you got to kind of predict it. There's the break. I'm gonna take a starter here. Shorty Mara. Hopefully you get a real pop nice here. 50. There it is. $46.15. The rest in there. See what happens here, but starting to get that breakdown.
WFC, the only one that has a star here, and I don't have to fill. 40, 25, it's right in the middle for that long. No, I mean, that was so obvious that I honestly, like, I'm beside myself. We should have hit that one. We talked about why we like WFC long for 40, 25. Unbelievable why we missed that. I talked about it all pre-market, Brendan. That is
Here we go. There's the crack. Yeah. Bounces right back up, of course. Bitcoin's still selling off though, so. So we want to see support turn into resistance here, 46 turn into resistance, and stock to push lower. And it's ripping back up. It's going to break 46 again. Looking like it will.
Again, yes, no trades for me today and yesterday. It looks like similar to last week, guys. I took only, or at least I traded 4 names last week. And but again, if you look at the recap from very, over $3 a share. Again, I just need one of those, and it's good to go for the week at least. But for me, yeah, I'm okay with not trading, with sitting on hands, because again, I know what I'm waiting for. I know what my people.
I wanted to see that 46 act as resistance. Looks like it's starting to come back up.
Able to accept that. It'll be a bit easier to sit on those hands and to ignore all the pops and to get into the random trades. Yeah, again, VMOS, it's a bit slow, so you will hear me talk less. Of course, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'll try to help out where I can. Again, yeah, cash is a position as well. Talking about cash, you know, if you want a 10% discount, use the discount code IMSUP for the private Discord group, where you will have access to live scanner, live screenshare. Also, we have our other moderator who does the live commentary in there as well. Great things happening in the group. Normally $39.99. Sub discount and 10% off that.
It's like Mara's gonna stop me out
Quiet still.
again.
A couple of names here on the watch list, nothing of real excitement.
Yep.
Mute the mic.
So I'm out of Mara there.
Background. If you have any questions, again, feel free to reach out. If you want to check out the
It's 40 cent. It's really nothing.
setup,
I just got out break even because 46 is not acting as resistance. It's starting to look like it's gonna bounce. Bitcoin,
slow time here.
you know, it's obviously
Trying to pick up on something.
starting to bounce, make a new low, so people might think that it's gonna bounce up. So don't want to be holding it if it starts to really reverse against you, right?
About waiting for the market to heat up again, taking advantage of it again. But mind you, you know, we had a pretty awesome.
Oh man. Oh, doesn't look like there's gonna be any action today till the Coinbase open. So I'm basically down nothing. You know, I was up like just over 10 on the VTVT short. Now I'm down 10, but it's nothing. It's really just break even. Not a ton of commissions today, so a few bucks. So just over $10 down right now.
I can imagine, you know, it can
But there's nothing like it, you know.
do this
It's like
time, you know, if you have very limited time.
you just gotta trade these ranges of like uncertainty basically.
Those buttons, but that's
But like it makes sense that Mara would sell off. Like Mara is overvalued because it's Bitcoin's been on such a run. And if Bitcoin would have continued, then Mara would have continued. And Bitcoin looked like it was holding stable when it was starting to dip here, which was very interesting, but that was only because I hadn't updated my chart. And that's why I ended up getting in here trying to hold this consolidation, hoping for it to bounce, and just getting chopped out because then I looked at Bitcoin and realized, holy shit, actually Bitcoin's going down, and I'm so that was my own bad on that. Like I have my Coinbase, it's just it wouldn't let me log on the thing. Like I have my Coinbase app here, as you guys can see. Like this is my Coinbase here. I have about I bought in with about $250 into Ethereum. Now I have BitBuy as well, and then in my BitBuy account I have well over $1,000 in Ethereum. So, and I bought that around 1800 when it dipped Canadian, so that's like 14 or 15 American 100, and I was buying at that level on the last dip. But you can see like almost everything is going to red, right? Like everything in Bitcoin world, and even Bitcoin is back to flat on the day, right? So like look at that, 24 hours is now flat. It's back, given up all its gains from yesterday. It's really starting to look weak, right? So that's why I was looking to get in and short Mara here, because it looked like it wanted to really be weak. I really wish I would have been looking at the actual chart of Bitcoin, not just the friggin' because it was delayed by a few minutes, so that made me miss this whole dip here. If I would have saw Bitcoin selling off, I would have been looking to short Mara instead of trying to go long on Mara and losing on it. But that's okay. It's okay.
Unfortunately, just try to pick up here. The thing about a stock is like, you know, $5 stock. You're gonna want, like, I shorted 97, like I'm actually, like, I want 97, 98. I don't necessarily want like 95, 96. Maybe with joke and weakness I can stretch out a little bit, but it got to 96. Really didn't even feel anybody up here, guys.
NVLNG.
95, really passing the show there on SOS. I think it's solid for the compete. As long as they're not making crazy breakouts, I think they'll be okay. The last trade that we put on the court that was CEAI. Good one. We gave you the reasons why we like that to get out of that bounce, because on an upward trending stock, if you're shorting it, you got to be thinking about where the dip buy is going to come in, right? And so what do you think? Everyone's looking at this little pullback area, and then it's a that's why I get out of it. If we continue to push and retake that 70 level, yeah, T3 has room to run. We looked at the daily chart, 7250 is definitely a key. So even if it presses 270 even, it's got some room to go even higher than that.
Saying like the news on this thing is not that much. Like there's not really any crazy news on it, right? Yeah, kind of missed the short there. And at 64. I would have maybe liked to get in a little hot. It's okay. So basically a 20-cent stop to the upside. Oy. So let's see what happens here at shorting TV. Stop will be towards 1280s. Even if it breaks above 1275 here, I might look to get out, but we'll see. Come on. There we go. Crack down. Oh. Just buyer stepping in. There's buyers stepping into this thing, which I don't like. There we go. Break down, break down, break down. Break 60, come on. Break 60, come on.
BTU, SBL,
Yeah.
BTU, BTU,
Like,
SBL,
how is it holding? Look at that short volume coming in. Look at this. Ugh. Yeah, it's holding. Not be holding for long. We'll see. There's definitely buyers coming in. Trying to hold this thing up from 60.
DTIL,
I think it's such bullshit.
win,
Right? Just sits around here in this level. That's what it's gonna do. Be one of those trades, man, where it's just chopping around. Wait for it to move one way or the other. It's got to break 60 on the low side or 75 on the high side. Obviously, I'd prefer to break to the low side, but see what happens. Come on. It's got to break that 60. It's got to. Keep trying to bounce. Right? It's just holding it. It's just wanting to hold this level. Here we go. Oh. Oh. 1284. Yeah. Not good. That's what happens though, right? Like, bounce back against you. It wasn't a big loss. But that's just knowing that the VWAP is there. See, you know, like I got back in short because it looks like it's going to reject that level, and sometimes you get those quick fake outs where it gives you some big green volume and then it just fades. So it looks like it, and that's exactly what it's doing, right? And it does that to crack you out. So you gotta be willing to get back in, right? Be willing to take the trade, hold the trade, get back in, and get your profits. And that's what happened here. I'll take a quarter of the trade out there. 39. So filled at 75, and I covered and filled in the 39s. 12 39s. If it breaks 39, or if it holds and breaks 50, then I'll cover some more. I think this is going to go to the downside a lot more. So get out another 10 shares here at 40 while it's sitting there at the low. And it rips even lower. Oh, and there's a bounce. There's a bounce. There's a bounce. That's what I was worried about too, is that bounce. So you want to be covering quick in these because they are quick movers, and although they do rip down, they will bounce right back up too. Right? Just like we saw there. So we want to be covering into these big rip downs. So I'll cover there in the low 30s. So 32. So now I'm out for 50 shares. I think I got 10 shares left. Not a lot. Basically only in for like 120 bucks now. So as it starts to bounce back up, you can see it might sell off again here, but I'm just going to cover the rest here as it breaks down towards the low of 1230. Over it there. Yeah, I'm out. 1235 my last shares. So oh, I don't know what happened. I think my HDMI cable got pulled loose or something. Oh yeah, I think my HDMI got pulled loose there. That was awkward. Good thing is, you know, made money. So made my money back on that that I lost from the prior trade on BTVT. So Bitcoin's starting to bounce a bit. Still don't know when Coinbase is coming. BTBT starting to bounce up, but I don't like it. Almost prefer it to the short. This TV, I think there is more room here to the downside, but it's a bit more of a risky play. You know, TV looks like it wants to go lower. It's crazy. This is the leading gapper right now, basically. It's a joke. Like, there's just nothing. There's just nothing that has any serious momentum or volume. This TV is probably, you know, one of the better trades today. Of course.
CHPN.
So I'm gonna wait for a bounce on this TV, and then I might short again into a pop towards 1240.
GOGL.
Thanks for the people that are watching. Hopefully you guys are enjoying what you're seeing. If you got anything you want me to look at, feel free to let me know in the comments. Right now there's not much going on. Kind of just watching this TV thinking it's going to flush again, but hesitant to get in because it really hasn't moved a lot, and this 31 has been the kind of level of resistance from before. So before it bounced down to this level of like basically 31, and so if that starts acting as resistance, then it might be an interesting level to get short. And actually, yeah, now that see that starting to like fade, I think I'm gonna get in here 28, and I'll add more here at 30. Oh, is it 30? I think I got in at 30. Cool, good. So, like I said, waiting for that pop into 240, and then looking to get short again. So we'll see. Kind of gives me a good exit, because if it bounces over 35, I'm probably out. The reason for that is because this level here of consolidation was acting as support before. So now because that broke that level, if that starts acting as resistance, then we could see a big move to the downside, and we have kind of a clear level where we can look to add to our position. Damn. Up to 50 shares, but I think, yeah, it's a 27 fill. was hoping it would be a 28 or 29 fill, but it's okay. It is what it is.
TIGIGR.
So we'll see what's gonna happen here. Might just come and stop me out real quick. Do 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 do.
DCP.
Broke that level, so we'll see here. Can it hold, or is it gonna act as resistance? Do 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 do. Jeez. VTVT.
Alright guys, I'm just gonna take a walk here. Again, it's pretty slow. I don't see anything even taking with smaller size for a B plus trade here. Again, yeah, it's slow on my side. Can't do much about that. Don't take any trades up for you guys to sound popular or anything. You know, I'm just here to trade my playbook. Also, if you just popped in the channel, don't forget to hit the like button. We do have a 10% discount available if you want to join a private Discord room where you have access to the live scanner, guys, the live screen share, the live commentary, video lessons.
See, it's trying to break. See if it does.
Discount code.
If it does, stops me out. No big deal.
Give you a 10% discount off the price of $39.99, which is great. And again, that's only valid for this week. So if you sign up, use that sub discount code.
So just broke there,
If you are interested
and
in
it, yeah, and there it goes.
the setups
Ooh,
that I
no.
use, if you really want to know the playbook that I use,
40,
guys, I do
1240.
have a 20% discount of that available.
Yeah.
In that case, if you want to take advantage of that, hop in the free public Discord room, say hi star, and I will send you the 20% discount link to the trading guide.
Like I was saying, I thought maybe this level would start acting as resistance, and it clearly broke above it, and now it's starting to get more volume, so it's clear that this thing wants to reverse, but whether the shorts are going to be able to hammer it down still remains to be seen. But don't worry about, you know, trying to make money or chasing things. Just do you. Lost a little bit on that trade, but it really wasn't much. These are my setups. Might be good to get back in here. Starting to reject that 40 level. But There it goes. Rip it to the high side. Yeah, see. This action is just, it's just nothing. Like, it's just doing nothing. Like, nothing's happening. It literally is just chop, 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 you know? Bitcoin starting to make a move back down to the low side. That's why we see Riot and Mara starting to go. So Coinbase is supposed to come out later on today, so that's going to be the big thing. I might just hop off now for a bit, and come back in like an hour. I don't know. I just hate sitting here because I'm gonna end up taking trades. There's really nothing happening, so it's tough. Because like, even though you see a good setup, you're like, oh yeah, this is a good setup, this will work, and then it's like, it just fails, right? I mean, like, I do think that Mara will sell off. If Bitcoin starts to sell off, continues to sell off, then Mara will continue to sell off, right? But look, it just keeps bouncing off of this 78 level. So I really don't see Bitcoin as failing, you know? And because Bitcoin's not going to fail, oh fuck, look at GME though, eh? GME is starting to rip to the high side, so that's interesting. So this is interesting because it's like all those people that are hyping up like the Coinbase IPO are probably starting to jump into GME again. So this is the hype train, right? GME is breaking 160. So this is kind of a green sky setup, or at least a setup that, alright, I guess needs to break the high of that open, but if it does, this could look for a move back up to 175, and AMC is starting to rip as well. Huh, interesting. Alright, so now I'm going to start to transition over to AMC and GME because they look like they're starting to go. Whoa. This is going to be a level of, this is a moment of truth here for GME and for AMC. You can see AMC just rejecting from that 980 level. But it's because it's the $10, right? If once it starts to hit towards $10, there's going to be a ton of short sellers looking to get in. So these were early shorts getting in at 981, but they're going to look to pound this thing towards $10. Just like GME, they're going to look to pound it towards these highs. Like I showed you here, when you look back towards the daily chart, the last time it was up at this price, 165, it sold off pretty hard, right? So you might see the similar thing as it bounces up to this level, we'll get a rejection, right? So 165, 164 is a serious level of resistance, same with $10 on AMC. So now we have the serious moment of truth where can these things break these levels of consolidation? These areas of resistance, can they hold and can they rip to new highs?
Here when it happened, but I did cross up. I came back, don't have it, and was like, what the hell? I saw the order go pending there, and you could see. I think this ripped $1. Like once, I don't know if you guys could tell me. Did anybody get long on the chat there on GameStop? Because I put a bid in there 155 up to 155.50. It never got filled, which kind of makes sense because look at the spread now. The spread now is 50 cents. I can't even imagine what it was when we broke that high of the day there, which was 155 right here. So missed opportunity there on that break, but yeah, okay, there goes GameStop to the upside. Oh, definitely a missed one there. Brendan got something before us?
Just on this AGC, we were talking about this AGC yesterday. It's a SPAC. They're taking that grab public. Did a merger. That was record SPAC merger announced yesterday. Just popped up on volume here. Back about 15 again for AGC.
All right, I just wanted to check back in on Coinbase. Okay, so nothing's happening there. Just wanted to see what it was. And then also the imbalance locator, just to see if we're getting near zero. Oh, God, now it's 1.5 million to buy. This, I mean, in the next 20 minutes, this could pop. We don't know. Nothing happening on another show that I'm looking at now as well. That they would have something up if they thought it was getting any close right now. We are long. We did take a break long on JP Morgan there, and it went in the money for us about 30 or 40 cents.
It looks like GME wants to hold here, but AMC is starting to really sell off. These are volatile, guys. Like these two names are probably some of the most volatile names we've seen in the last year. Obviously, there is a lot of reopening things about AMC that do allow it to have some headwinds, but we really need to be wary of these levels, right, and what they mean. So a dip off the VWAP here on AMC and GME might not be a bad idea, but these are pretty big rejections, right? And they're pretty easy levels to say. Remember I said like towards the $10 you're going to have tons of people getting in short on AMC, and towards that 165, that previous open,
The only one, 40.25. The only one with a star on board trade as that just keeps on ripping up. I love you long time WFC, just not today as I miss the trade, and I will be sick to my stomach.
Yeah, I'm not going to be sick with this one. So 165, we waited for GameStop to come through to that level. I talked about like not wanting a 160 and then waiting around. Showed you the 15-minute chart so you can see why. But I managed to get to 164.50. Took two cracks at it. It was like immediately got in, got out, it didn't go, and then jumped right back into the trade group. So I did scalp some out there for like a just over $2 win, and then of course looking for the rest of this cluster. Right, it's between 157.5 and 160. Once it breaks into that range, I get out. I don't care about holds down. I don't care about any of that stuff. I like to scalp trade GameStop again, holding against the grain when it's upward move. That's not my style. Averaging in over and over again. I'm not going to be doing that in GameStop. I mean, I guess there's other traders that have that look, and if it works for you, you do what works. Now Tesla gave me that scalp trade again, so instead of 52s to 55s, it's 51s up into like 54. So we take it off again. This time we just cracked 13.9 on the NASDAQ, so we are breaking the low. There's no more average into the Tesla long. If it breaks 750, I'll now just wait around. This is why I was sort of scalping out each time. It stays in the range, you can't break out. Couldn't get close to VWAP, so I held on for the bigger winner. Now if it breaks the 50s, I just get out of it and walk. Of course, what do I do? What do I say? Neil, you do this every single time. Get the math absolutely wrong. You get into a short you don't want and have to take it right out of Tesla. So I'm a Waterloo grad, and that's like literally, it's like the math school here.
I was gonna say,
so
you know,
it's pretty bad. I just said, this time not going to average it. My stop was still for the original long size. So once I get profit, I have to reconsider and then sort of reprice the stop. I didn't do so. Now, if I'm waiting for 735 to 740, does it mean that shorting what I just had there off a 750 break could have been a good trade? Yeah, it could be. But I didn't want it, so I'm not going to hold it. So it is what it is, guys. I get quickly in and out of that one fast. So we're going to be up on Tesla. It's a good stock for me. GameStop is still going, but remember, I'm holding for a little bit bigger of a move on the pullback. I've already scalped a couple of bucks. I'm looking for more. Brendan?
Just seeing an update from Health Canada here, guys, on the vaccine front. Nothing about Johnson & Johnson, but they are talking about AstraZeneca here. Health Canada saying they're reviewing their previous guidance that was to restrict AstraZeneca's vaccine use to 55 and older in this country. So they're saying the potential risks of these blood clots don't outweigh the benefits that could come. So they're reviewing that decision and might open it up to everyone. So leave that in there.
Is that what that was? They might open up to everybody? Okay, well, that would be good if that's a possibility there. As Canada becoming like an international joke as far as the vaccine rollout is concerned. Like, I don't even want to talk about it. What are we, the fourth largest city in North America? And we think that our thumb out of our... Wells Fargo continues to rip up UV, honestly. No nice words to say about that one. But we do have some nice words to say about JP Morgan. As it's coming back upside. I was going to, so I talked about it earlier. I mean, I'm long $80, sorry, not $80. I'm long 95, 96, 97, 98, sub 100 on JPM. And I was going to take some out today, thinking that we were going to go, into the depths of hell.
Oof, Cardano back to 178. Wow.
At all today. JP Morgan continues to make moves.
Chain link back to the upside.
We opened up down about 1.5%.
Wow.
And we battled back. So good on you, JPM, especially since the NASDAQ obviously has nothing to do with NASDAQ, but the ES also just turning positive. Like, here's the ES right now, doing absolutely nothing all day. And I think that's helped JP Morgan. The fact that it's not, the market's pretty flat, doesn't know what it wants to do. I believe everybody waiting for Coinbase. And is it the largest IPO ever? Not even close, but it is a big one coming out today, and it's a direct listing, so that changes the game a little bit.
Yes, Kitty.
DraftKings was a great long earlier. We talked about that one. I'm wondering here,
What are you doing?
Start buying some AMD. Some people were asking about our longer term portfolios.
Want to say hi?
Mine, and it's a pretty strong one. It's not the strongest. It's strongest for the big boys in tech, and we talked about that already. But here we go. It's facing out like really low today on AMD. I'm wondering what. Oh
Yeah. Say hi.
I'm wondering if that's something to do with NVIDIA. Let's just have a quick look at NVIDIA first. 60, yeah, okay, so it's just flat today.
Here's my kitty.
As high as 630 or so yesterday, and then again this morning off open. But right now, these semis.
AMC picking up some momentum. Yeah, you're right, man. It definitely is. Definitely is.
Check back on that before I go back to the middle here. Where, yeah, okay, I like, big moves down. I don't know. This is going to be a strange one. I'm getting nervous now about Coinbase. I do have my bid in there, but I'm a little bit weary here. Are we at the top right now of this sort of crypto craze? It makes a hell of a lot of sense. And congratulations to Coinbase coming out when we're really at all-time highs now for crypto. Makes a lot of sense now. Not that they predicted that. They were always going to. They're part of the reason. But, I mean, there's a reason for you right there. I just wonder if we're getting top-heavy. It's like the marijuana game, right? The minute that Canada started legalizing it back in October of 2018, I believe it was, that's where everything started to go down. So we're going to take a shot here on Coinbase, but yeah, I'm not as excited right now. And you guys see what the marijuana stocks have done. Basically a big WT.
I don't think it'll be that bad, but I mean, you gotta be watching out for it. You gotta be ready for the dip buy. There's a small part of me, like I got
Yes, kitty.
out of the rest of that GameStop at break even. Now, look, when I hit that.
So you can see this $10 levels is acting as resistance. Even GME as it breaks back up to the highs. AMC is still hitting that level of sellers, right? Starting to make higher lows.
GameStop was a little stronger than that. It bounced off the top end of that range, which if that happens, breaks in and comes out, doesn't fill me.
Yeah, this is where you wanted to be a buyer.
Right.
As soon as it broke this top here, it just kind of sucks. I wasn't watching it. It didn't have nothing popping up saying it was breaking. I wasn't paying attention when it broke 155 here. I was just not paying attention. Should have been.
have BTBT. And their stock, like I said, the stock is not doing anything. It just sits the money. I shorted in the pre-market and been holding it ever since. And that was a look. Like one of those worked out, BTBT, GALT, which is the other end of that train. You know, that's going to be my worst stock of the day is going to be GALT. And it's going to take me out. When I average into it, like first short was good. Second short probably started a little bit too early and averaged into it at the top, and then it broke the high. I make the top there. That's one of those where if I'm into it, I kind of know when it makes the move off the open to the downside and then tests and breaks this 265 area finally, you can just hold on to it all day long, right? So that's what I'm looking to do in one of those, and that's why you can trade multiple stocks at the same time, because something like this, once it's in the money and consolidating down, you're managing a position. You know the price area that you like. You have some targets to the downside. There's not a heck of a lot to do except collect the money as it comes in. Tesla, like I said, you have to follow your rules. One of those for me, if I make an accidental entry point, I get out of it right away. It is what it is. You're
You got hair everywhere, cat.
At that 750, it's continuing to flush down. If we get to 735, which I guess is looking like it's a potential thing that could happen here, that 735 to 740 area, that's where I look to pick some up over on Tesla, as long as we're not doing anything too crazy. If that happens simultaneously with Coinbase, well, I probably won't be in Tesla, because that's what I'll be looking at, Brendan.
Yeah, another updates for everyone. Yeah, a couple people talking about 351. That is what I now see as well. So 351 on the indication here.
Guys, oops, we did it again. Oh, we didn't get any 88s there? Oh, I thought we got 88s. No, we did not. Okay, so we're offering 88s right now again. Shout out to Britney, free Britney Spears. There it is, guys. Nice little move to the upside there. We just took another long. Shout out to everybody, basically. Shout out to you, Kevin. Shout out to everybody else that was telling me all about Palantir coming back in. You know that we played that one like a fiddle. And there it is again today with a big move to the downside. And we just took some more shares and just got out for another dime. So there it is, man. Just right now, this is what's basically happening on Palantir for me. There it is. Falling back. And I love that animation there, Robbie. That's one of my favorite ones. You guys like the money one. I like that one too. But for right now, Palantir. And again, this is the thing. The call, demo day, I don't know if the call is going on right now. Maybe it is, Brendan.
So these are going to be interesting to keep watching. AMC, GME, see what they do. If, like I said, they can break above 10, AMC particularly breaks above 10, or even above this 981 here, and then towards 10, might be a nice trade. So like it's one thing you could take a trade around 950 right here and use the VWAP as a stop going long, but if this just keeps hitting resistance, it's gonna fade. And GME is in the same boat, right? When you look at the chart, you go back a couple days and you'll see that this is almost exactly where we were on the open 2 days ago on Monday. Right? So if it can't break above this level and it just keeps fading, that's going to act as your level of resistance, and it has clear levels of resistance from previous resistance points. So 165 is going to be that level of resistance where people are like, all right, short, and it's the same with AMC. $10, 980 right at the top of this candle is going to be short for that, you know, having $10 as your stop. So if it breaks 10, you get out of your short position, it's a 20-cent, you know, but basically if this thing goes down to $9 or $8.50, which it probably, you know, if it can't break above this level, and it's just not moving a ton, right? Like this thing breaks 10, it needs to go to, you know, 10.25, 10.30 for you to get a decent trade with the size that I generally take. If you're taking huge size and you can profit from 5-10 cents, then whatever, right? You can take as many trades as you want, but right now I would rather be shorting this thing than going long on it. But once it gets down to the VWAP, if these things both hit the VWAP and then get some support, there might be a trade. But either way, I think I'm gonna step aside for a bit now, guys. At least the next half an hour, 45 minutes, I'm just gonna take a break. AMC and GME, like I said, they might have potential, but they really need to get some more strength. They're very weak, and like I said, clear levels here. And you have supported the VWAP. You have support at this 925 level, 930. So there might be a decent trade-off there for a VWAP bounce. Other than that, I wouldn't be trading it too much to the long side unless it can break above that 980 resistance level. Cool. Alright guys, thanks for watching this, and I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. I don't usually do it too much because it's kind of slow. My computer kind of ended up being slow. It wasn't too bad today. It ended up working out pretty nice, so maybe we'll try some more of these in the future. Please like and subscribe and let me know what you guys think. If you guys enjoyed this, then you know, hopefully you enjoyed my live trades. Basically just break even. None of the trades really worked out, so unfortunately basically just a break even day, but what can you do, right? It's better than a big red day. But I'm not done. I'll be back for the Coinbase IPO. Hopefully that happens around 12:31 and we can do some more trading. Until then, hopefully you guys are green today, and hopefully you guys having a good day trading. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream, and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Have a good one, guys, and I'll be back at you in a little bit with some Coinbase trading.
We will go over what's been happening on Coinbase and how we traded it. You'll see our little ticks come in there, and hopefully we get a